I would rather spray tan my butthole than get it waxed.
Smoking pot, riding a horse. It sounds fun.
It sounds fine. It sounds scary as heck to me, but yeah, it could be fun. Saddle or not, I've never been on a horse. I only ride horses side saddle anyways. M. Night. Knock it off.
That's going to be a shit.
You stop it right now. You stop it.
You stop.
You go to your room, M. Night Shyamalan. You go to your
Think
room.
about what you've done.
That's a bad M. Night. That's a bad M. Night.
Hello and welcome to episode 360 of the Nation Conversation. I'm your host, Ryan. I'm here with the Bing Bong Boy, Wally Floyd.
Yep.
And also a guy who has no football team, basketball team. He's never watched sports in his life. Bill Cash.
I've been thinking about getting into tennis. Just starting from zero and really diving in.
That's not a bad idea.
Choice, yeah.
Not a bad idea.
We'll see.
What's up? How were your Thanksgivings? I'm sure you don't want to.
Pretty good. Good food. Came home with leftovers.
Not enough.
Bill
leftovers.
didn't get any leftovers.
You didn't get leftovers?
I stole
that's
some.
terrible.
I stole a bunch of potatoes from my mom, but no, the rest. My aunt complained about how many leftovers there were, but then packed everything up and put it away in her fridge.
Sneaky
All right.
move. Sneaky move.
Yeah. Brother tried to ruin it for my mom, but everything turned out fine in the end.
Everything is not that bad.
I would say not totally intentionally.
Not intentionally.
No, not.
But
no.
But no, it went well. Someone just had his ankle flat. On the ground.
Oh. That's not
All
good.
right, Bill. I know it's not Christmas yet, but I have a gift for you.
Oh boy.
To keep the best well-dressed man in audio as well-dressed and coiffed and good-looking as you are, I'm going to give you a gorgeous Tyler Breeze mirror.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Why? I love it, but why?
It was in my pro wrestling crate this month, and I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to use this for anything. Oh, that'd be funny to give to Bill. So there you go.
Excellent.
I mean, you can throw it out if you want to. But a Tyler Breeze mirror. It's like a makeup mirror too. It's not like good enough to see anything.
I was
really.
going to ask if you bought this on eBay.
No, I didn't. That would have been funny.
That's
though.
how I'm going to game the game. I'm going to put it on eBay and know the exact price that it's listed at.
See if you can sell that for approximately $550.59 plus shipping.
No, that's
of
only
course.
if he gets it signed. It's
Ooh,
only if
I
he
get
gets
to
it
write a
signed.
description for it too.
Oh, yes. eBay Wars coming up. It's a doozy. It's a doozy on the eBay Wars. And a first ever on the eBay Wars.
Ooh.
Looking forward to that. All right, top stories in the world of wrestling are... This one is like a bummer for sure, but also like, of course this happened.
Yep.
Japan closes its borders to foreign travel, making Wrestle Kingdom, which is in January, in deep shit because one of their main events is off the board.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's rough.
I believe Jay White, right? Because he's in America.
Okay.
Is that
I
what
couldn't
it
remember if
is?
it was Jay White or the British guy whose name is escaping
I
me now.
think Zack Sabre is
Not him, the other one.
the other British
The high
one.
flyer.
Oh, Ospreay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is Ospreay. I'm sorry. You're right. Ospreay for the title that he never lost.
That's, yeah.
Yes,
And
Ospreay.
he's
So
not
a
there.
big
Ospreay's
fucking
not
deal
there.
too. Ospreay's in America right now.
Oh, well then, yeah, that makes a problem.
Or at least he was recently. So
Because obviously there's enough time if they can get them into the country to quarantine or whatever.
Yeah.
But if they're closing their borders, you can't get them into the country.
they're gonna have to do it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
In order to get them. Maybe Ospreay can get there before the ban actually takes place, but yeah, they're closing their borders because of the new variant. So Wrestle Kingdom could be all messed up to try to get this title
Yeah,
situation
it's
fixed.
one of two matches they've announced so far.
That's
Will
it.
Ospreay.
That's all they've announced so far.
They've only
Wow.
announced the Night 1 championship and then the Night 2 championship.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's been other stuff building to it because they also announced Noah, but
Right, they're gonna have the Noah versus New Japan show, which is fun. So maybe they just take that concept and put it into Wrestle Kingdom, which would make a lot of sense. But Yeah, it sucks all the way around because it's like it's finally we get Okada winning the belt, I'm sure, and unifying all the stupid belts back into the regular, just normal belt.
Right. Oh yeah, because Okada has a belt to say that instead of a briefcase now or something.
He's supposed to
old
have
belt.
a briefcase, but he has the old belt with him, which is fun
Fun.
you pay it off by just making it the old belt again.
Right.
But I doubt that will happen. But yeah, it screws up that whole thing, which is going to fix New Japan and make it watchable again and more normal and
I just
understand what the fuck is
recently
going
deleted
on.
I had an email with login credentials for New Japan. I was like, oh, this is not a valid thing anymore.
All right, yeah.
Also, I don't think it's coming back. So
Yeah, we don't have that. Is it going to come back for...
I doubt it.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll have to shell out some yen for Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah.
That's okay.
That stinks.
You don't have to. It's
Yeah, because you
still
don't want to
fun.
watch 3 nights of 12 hours of wrestling.
It's a one-time purchase for... Yeah, no, it's not
You
worth
get a lot of bang for your buck.
I just scrolled down and I wish I hadn't.
Oh, boy.
Don't do it while you save the surprise.
Oh,
Don't do
boy.
it.
it.
Don't do it.
Okay, I won't.
Oh, boy. I don't know what you're referring to, but look for that. One question I thought of when Mike sent this to us, the Ghost producer. I'm upgraded him. Ghost producer, because now he just sends us things that we should talk about.
Yeah.
You should talk about this on the show.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
And sometimes we don't.
Most of the time we don't.
JR's weird.
JR listening to blowjobs.
JR,
whatever the
yeah,
hell.
no thanks.
JR listening to blowjobs
No
on
thank
Twitter.
you, Ghost.
That's a thing. We did make that up. Now we talked about it, so there you go.
Yep.
Anyway, I was thinking about New Japan and how have they got... It seems to me that they got way too invested in foreign talent. And for good reason, but now that we're in this mess, are they too reliant on these foreigners to come in and like have these big matches?
I don't think they have to be, at least. I don't know how the storylines are. Like, Omega was just really good. Of course, you're going to put him near the top.
And he was more of a homegrown guy.
And the other thing is, a lot of their big foreign talents, like even Ospreay, doesn't he like speak Japanese and stuff now?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of their top foreign guys are like
Connected to the...
well connected to Japan and live there part of the year and stuff.
Yeah, like it'd be one thing if they were bringing people in for like 2 shows and then they're gone and stuff like that.
Right.
But like
They
most
would
of
be
their
long-term.
most of their talent, it seems like they're there for a while.
They've
for a
also
couple
had some bad
years.
luck with their big Japanese names, like Naito getting hurt.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, for
God getting injured again.
For sure.
How does
sure.
God get hurt?
He broke a bone. I don't know.
Like,
That's a good question. He should be invincible.
I mean,
Uh,
Jesus died.
Right? Jesus died.
wow, we're what, like 10 minutes in and we're already off the rails?
That was quick.
Kind of
That was quick. AEW contracts are coming due soon. Do you think anybody leaves? I doubt it.
Based
I would
on the
doubt it.
one tweet from an angry girlfriend, I would say Brian Cage is leaving.
Yeah, but he's not like an EVP. I mean, we're talking about Omega,
Oh,
Cody,
those kind of contracts.
the big guns.
No.
It seems like they're
there's
all
no
happy,
way.
even if they're not happy with each other. It seems like they're all happy with
Yeah.
Everything else
the
going on.
company.
Because where else would they go? None of them are going to
Right.
get picked up by
Right.
WWE.
I'm seeing
Even
the-
if they would, they're not going to go to WWE.
I wouldn't.
They know what kind of a shit pile it is.
I feel like
Yeah.
Cody could go back if he wanted to.
Cody could, but
I don't think he wants to.
yeah.
But I think he could.
Probably. I don't. They didn't want to let him go. He quit. They didn't
Right.
want him to go. They weren't doing anything with him, but they didn't want him to go.
I don't think any of the big names will leave. I think you might have
No.
like.
Brian Cage is probably going to leave, I would assume.
I often wonder like how happy Janela is. Like, does he just know his place, or is he bummed out?
Right.
And
Because
I
he was
feel
like
like-
more of a major player and hasn't done really anything since the
Right. Does
first
he
year.
just go back to full time GCW or not? Does what's his name? The chairman there.
Sean
Parker?
Spears.
Does Sean Spears decide like I need to go to Impact? I don't know, but
Yeah.
They've got to be making more at AEW than they would going back to something like Impact, or obviously more than they would going back to the Indies.
Well, Impact pays the important people a lot of money. Like the Good Brothers got a big deal, probably a better deal than they
deserve.
They said not a better deal than AEW, but it was as very close. So I don't know what that figure means, but big numbers. So they can pony it out, but I doubt anyone would go the cross sides the other way, right?
Right.
I don't think it 100% re-signs, but I think all the major names will.
Yeah, I'm sure that people eventually their contracts will run out and they won't come back.
See, for me, it would be more of AEW doesn't offer them a new contract than somebody saying, like, turning something down.
Right. And I can't imagine them not offering.
I bet you Brian Cage shows up at Bola.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he hasn't done a ton these days.
I don't.
We watched him at Bola a couple times.
I don't think Brian Cage is even on TV.
So I bet you he's there.
I like completely. So, let's see. GCW, you talked about them. They're the true third promotion now because they've sold out the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Well, then they're in.
They're in.
God damn it. This is the backyard wrestling, people.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, what it is technically, Game Changer Wrestling is like a group of smaller independents that like kind of work together.
Okay.
But it's gotten to be where sort of like the NWA was like all these little places, but they like their main headlines were whatever.
Okay.
Like all the main people will fight for all these different ones, but that's why sometimes they're in Jersey, sometimes they show up in Minnesota and stuff. It's because they are like different people working together.
Okay.
But they've grown large enough that their main players are like at least in the wrestling community nationally known.
Yeah. So they are here, Hammerstein Ballroom.
That I mean, for them, this is
a
a big deal.
Yeah.
Where, if you don't know, the first Raws were all there, and ECW did a bunch of shows. So it makes perfect sense that they would go there. So that'll be fun.
They are kind of an ECW type promotion.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Is it weird to you that there's no setup whatsoever for WrestleMania?
Weird? No.
Normal?
I fully expect it from them.
There's nothing.
Should they have
Like,
set
not
up?
even like
Yes.
But
yes, they should have set up already.
there's
Really,
not like
it kicks off into full gear at Royal Rumble.
true, but
But
they
usually-
always kind of do something to be like, okay, well, this is going to be an important thing,
Right.
We may never pay this off, but we're
Yeah.
going to say it is.
Well, golden eggs.
Sure, right?
Maybe
Golden
the
egg.
golden eggs
Oh,
are a
Jesus
thing.
Well, oh boy,
Though that was a pretty fun movie.
we'll talk more about those golden eggs later in the review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, find it very bizarre that there's not something. I remember the one year Sting came out at Survivor Series and like pointed the bat at somebody. Was it Seth? I can't remember.
Probably Seth.
And Triple H was there. Some maybe he wasn't there. I can't remember now. But that was like the setup that Sting is going to do something at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and it's going to be fucking with either Seth Rollins or the Hunter, whatever the fuck that team was called, the Hunter Hearst Helmsley team. War Games is happening. We haven't made picks in a while. War Games, December 5th. It's a pay-per-view. So we just talked about takeovers are dead. So it's a special, a network special or whatever. So I'm sure this is going to be, yes, absolutely, on Peacock. I'm sure this is going to be very difficult to understand because we're not sure about all these folks and who they are because there's so many new people. So we'll do our best. First match, Team Raquel.
Yes.
Former champion Raquel González teaming with Io Shirai, Cora Jade, and Kaylee Ray, formerly from the UK brand,
Yeah.
versus Team Dakota, which is Dakota with Toxic Attraction, which is Mandy Rose and Gigi and
Dolin?
Jacy Jayne.
As much as I like
So Mandy's the champ.
Dakota Kai,
And
Mandy
Mandy's the
Rose
champ?
is the champ?
The champ. She is the women's champ. And Gigi and Jacy are the tag champs. So all of them are draped in gold.
plus Dakota Kai leading them,
Apparently.
they get squashed by Raquel and Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray.
I don't think they get squashed, but I would also choose Team Raquel.
Team Raquel is the clear winner here.
Because, I know 3 out of the 4 of those names on Team Raquel, and I only know the one on Team Dakota.
So this is a chase for the championship. Is that what you're saying?
Set up for
All right,
a championship bout.
This is a way for Io Shirai to get back in the picture.
Give me a sweeper.
Yeah.
Give me a sweeper on that. I'm not going on a limb on that one.
Yeah.
Cam Grimes, you remember him? To the moon.
Yeah, he's the best.
Against Duke Hudson, who is a
Don't
guy
know who that is.
who plays poker.
Brendan Vink, FKA Elliot Sexton.
I like how this is a hair versus hair match for a guy who we don't know.
Right.
Like usually,
Well, Cam Grimes is really the guy who, if he gets a haircut,
yeah.
first of all, is
So obviously, Cameron Grimes, but like you don't set up a hair versus hair match with someone who has no background of having hair. Is what I'm saying for Duke Hudson. It makes no
Right.
sense. So obviously,
I don't even know what
he's
his hair
getting his
looks like.
hair cut. It's Cameron
Just
Grimes.
because I don't know who he is, even when I Google him, I'm going to say Cam Grimes wins this.
All right, Cam Grimes sweep it. I don't think Cam's getting his haircut. No way. Imperium, who are tag champs.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. I mean, they're
Versus
a great team.
Kyle O'Reilly and a dude named Von Wagner.
What is a Von Wagner?
Versus or Legado del Fantasma.
Wait. So we don't know
So
who
they have-
Imperium is going up against.
Right, they're gonna have
Okay.
to have a match this week or Tuesday, today, tomorrow, whatever day is. What is time?
Yesterday, if
Time
you're a
clocks.
late listener.
Well, no, it airs Tuesday night.
Yeah,
This
but if you're a
match.
late listener, so if you don't listen until like Wednesday, it was
well,
yesterday.
then you missed it. Who you got? You can get either of the teams. On the
So-
other side.
It's not Von Wagner, even though he's a football player, so Vince loves him. I just looked that up.
Of course he is.
Legado del Fantasma, I feel like they're probably due if they haven't had the belt yet. But this should stay with Imperium. I will say Imperium.
Yeah, it sounds like there's no build up to this match at all. It sounds like there's no reason for Imperium to lose the belt.
I'm sure there's some kind of build up.
My only thing that gives me pause is
In
if
NXT.
Legado del Fantasma has not had the belts yet. They've been around for a while. Maybe it's time.
But what I'm saying is like
Do they
we
still
don't
have
even
the-
know
what's his
who
name? Their
they're
boss?
fighting. Yeah, we don't even know.
They still have their boss, yeah.
We don't even know if it's Kyle O'Reilly and that guy or Legado. There's no reason to believe that one of these teams is going to win and then go on and beat the champions as well.
I'm going to change my pick to Legado del Fantasma.
Oh my God! Come on.
I'm
I
taking
think-
Imperium.
I think the boss, what's his name? Hijo de Fantasmo.
Santos Escobar.
He's the reason they win.
I can't believe I remember that. Imperium. Give me Imperium. I was gonna go the other way, but you did that, so now I'm gonna go Imperium. I think that's a good pick, though.
So I get a lone wolf there.
I think so.
You
Watch,
do.
they probably won't even be in the match. It'll be versus O'Reilly and Von Wagner.
Maybe. It was good logic, though. Roderick Strong versus Joe Gacy for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Who?
Joe Gacy is
I've
their
heard of
character who's like cancel culture. You can't cancel me. I'm Joe Rogan.
Fuck that.
You know,
I'm
kind
picking
of
Roderick Strong just out of
character.
principle.
CZW, 3-time CZW World Champion.
Yeah, he might be good.
One-time Evolve Tag Champion.
He's probably pretty good. He's
Rod
one
Strong.
of the Evolve rejects probably.
Yeah.
When the company folded, and they just took all those guys.
I'm going to take Roddy.
Give me Roddy.
Roddy.
Sweep it.
Sweep it.
Did we sweep 3 out of 4 so far?
Yeah, we swept 3 out of 4.
Yeah, it's a lot of sweeping.
But I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard not to sweep these.
So, Ciampa and Gargano are buds again?
With Peter Dune
Yeah.
and LA Knight. Oh my lord!
What a weird fourth person to be in there. Oh, it's old school versus new school. I think it's how it's being portrayed.
Okay.
It's like we got names like Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne. These guys have been here forever, and Law Knight. Because we should just put Kyle O'Reilly in this match. What the fuck?
Okay.
Dude,
Put all
they don't
the
still have
best
him,
guys.
right?
They still have him. For
They
now.
still have Kyle. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're facing Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes,
Oh, right. Kyle could be fighting Imperium. right.
Grayson Waller, and Tony D'Angelo.
Ooh, Tony D'Angelo is Mike DeFazio, right?
Yes,
Okay.
the Ghost, basically, except for not Jack.
That's why he left the pod.
So he could go and play
He's
the
a
role of
B-
Tony
yeah.
D'Angelo. So he got Super Jack.
But not even play the role, just be his normal Italian self.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
And I don't know
gonna.
what a Grayson Waller or a Carmelo Hayes is.
Carmelo Hayes is the NXT United States champ.
This would be a perfect place.
He's the guy we saw in
Oh, Christian Casanova.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh.
What is Grayson Waller?
I don't know him.
This would be a perfect place to have the new guys win.
That's what I was going to pick, new guys.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why Law Knight is in there, so he can get beat. He can get submitted.
He's also been Matty Wahlberg. Is another ring name for this chump.
Matty
Mark's
Wahlberg?
son?
He's from New South Wales.
That's Australia.
Yeah, Sydney and I guess he's either from Sydney or New South Wales, depending on
Okay.
which character.
Nice.
So you guys are both saying them?
Mm-hmm.
You're both saying new guys.
New guys.
I want to take another lone wolf here, but what scares me is the vision I have of Brick Breaker pinning Law Knight.
That's gonna be
that's
gonna
the
be
finish.
that's the finish right there.
I'll take the old guys just because I don't. Well, I mean, I would like to see that specifically, but I
Okay.
don't want to see Mike DeFazio beating Peter Dune or something like that. So give me old guys.
I have a question.
Yeah,
You've been out on NXT.
I have been out on an.
This-
Are you
Is
going to
this-
watch this?
No,
This is not going to
No,
bring you
no,
back in?
no.
This isn't bringing you back in.
No?
Okay.
No.
All right.
Nope.
That's
If this was-
surprising.
Now,
I mean,
real
surprising.
quick, the real question to me is, am I going to watch this?
you certainly can.
I don't know if I want to or not.
What night is it?
Sunday night, so maybe I'll watch it.
No,
I don't-
football's
The
on
tag match
Sunday
should
night.
I don't
be
need
good.
to watch that. Football's over. What
I'd
are you
rather
talking
watch
about?
football than
Football season's over. What are you talking about?
And I actually would be interested in more Dakota Kai versus Raquel Gonzalez. Io Shirai is always phenomenal.
So maybe you watch the first match.
But I
Just
won't watch any of
bounce.
If I'm being honest, I won't watch any of it.
Well, that might not be the first match. Maybe that's a closer. It doesn't feel like a closer.
No, it doesn't.
What's going to happen is you're going to forget that it's on and then be like, oh, right, there's a really one good match. And then you're going to go on. It's already gone.
It could
And be
do
like,
that.
"All right,
It could
damn
do that.
I
And
won't
then-
even do that.
yeah.
But it could happen.
You could do that. All right. We're not done with picks.
All right.
We're going to pick some Triple A. Tag Team Championship is FTR champs versus Lucha Bros. Oh, sorry. I'm missing a match.
You were missing like
I'm missing one match. Dragon Lee oh, yes. Perfect. Dragon Lee and Dralistico. Oh, we're back, baby. The Mystico Universe versus Laredo Kid and Surprise Luchador.
See, I love picking a TBD, but I'm so engrossed in the mystical verse right now. I have to go with Dragon Lee and Dralistico.
Do we have any indication who the surprise luchador
I'm
might
sure
be?
people know, but I'm going to pick Surprise Luchador team because it's fun.
Well, I've gone with you on every single pick so far, so I'm going to go Dragon Lee and Dralistico just because
okay.
they have
So,
a better
A
name.
TBD Lone Wolf's not necessarily a bad thing,
No, it's
I'm
not.
happy with it. I'm happy with it.
because
So-
it could be like Laredo Kid and like Kenny Omega.
It could be. I don't think it'll be Kenny because he's losing the belt.
Oh,
That's why
right.
this other match is happening. But Psycho Clown Pagano, Cain Velasquez on a team versus Rey Escorpion. I think this is Black Taurus and L.A. Park.
No, that's our guy.
Motherfuckers.
That's our guy.
That's
Our
the deal.
guy.
All right.
L.A. Park. So obviously I'm picking La Parka. 100%. They are not going to win, but I'm picking La Parka.
I mean, Psycho Clown is big. Pagano
He's a big
is,
deal.
Pagano is also one of the clowns,
a big
right?
deal.
Pagano's one of the clowns.
Yeah.
Like he hangs out with them or
I
whatever.
think so.
Somebody else is besides the clowns. Wow, do you know who you're doing?
I'm going to take Psycho Clown.
Whoa. You're going against La Parka? God damn.
Cain Velasquez is decent. No, I got to take La Parka.
All right.
All right, that's a decent lone wolf
It is a decent
because
It is a
there's
good
a
lone
very
wolf.
good chance that La Parka
because
does
those
not
two
win
are
this.
bigger names.
There is a
like,
chance.
Or big names. Plus, Cain Velasquez is just a worldwide big name.
Yeah.
He's a big name. And then because Kenny Omega is...
What about the tag team?
we did that one first.
We didn't pick it.
We didn't pick it. You started talking and then
Sorry.
you're like, oh.
FTR and Lucha Brothers.
Now, Lucha Bros are currently the AEW champs, right?
Yes.
Yes, they are reversed.
Right. And they took them from FTR, so they recently beat FTR?
No, they beat them. They beat the Young Bucks.
Oh, they
and
beat the
then,
Young Bucks, right.
Lucha Bros lost to FTR on AEW
Okay.
for the AAA titles.
Right.
Okay.
Kind of confusing.
Oh, because they weren't FTR, though. They were
They
Los
were,
Ranas.
yes,
Oh,
the
right,
Las
Frogs.
Ranas.
Right.
Super Ranas.
Super
Super
Ranas, right.
All right.
Jesus, that's this is so confusing.
Give me
This hurts me to say, but give me Lucha Brothers.
I think it's FTR. I think they keep going with this weird double switch thing.
Give me Lucha Brothers.
Oh,
We get champs. But that hurts me to not
Champs.
pick FTR, but
Yeah. I saw the FTR has a new shirt. It's pretty awesome.
yeah.
Like, oh, Bill should have that shirt. Bill should get that shirt. It's like a 1970s wrestling graphic with FTR on it. It's very cool. All right, the final match now, the Mega Championship.
Which Omega's not
Omega-
participating in. He's just
He vacated it.
Okay.
Oh, right, because he's hurt. Yeah.
Hijo de Vikino, sorry. Samurai, who is Samurai del Sol, who is Kalisto,
Okay.
versus Jay Lethal, versus our guy Bobby Fish,
our guy.
versus Bandito.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no chance in hell Lethal or Bobby Fish win this thing.
I would love to see Bobby win it, but
That would be awesome if Bobby won it. There's no chance either
Now,
one of those win it.
Hijo del Vicino
He's like
is the guy that Ghost Mike has been all over for a while.
Ghost
now,
producer
right?
Mike said this is the guy. This is gonna be the guy.
Now I don't want to pick him because Ghost said it.
Kalisto, big name from WWE, back.
They don't put him right on the belt though. Bandito, what's his?
Bandito is the current Ring of Honor champion now. Who knows what the hell that means? If Ring of Honor
But
folds,
he's youngish too. He's good.
Ring of Honor's gone after Final Battle for a quarter. Is that what they said? We'll be back in Q2 or something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna do more shows, but
I don't know what that means. If he's Ring of Honor champion coming in here, is he gonna be there all the time, or is he gonna stick with Ring of Honor?
Bill, who you taking?
Tough one.
they have a Super Rana shirt, Living Legend Luchadors.
It's just like FTR with like.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. That is.
Oh, you did find it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a nice shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
They also have one that FTR stands for Fear the Rest Hold, which is fun.
Jesus.
That's great. All right, who you got in this big match, the title match, the Mega
Okay.
Championship?
I think we got to spread these out a little bit.
I think it's gonna be
Samurai
spread.
Del Sol is part of the Mysticoverse. I want to say Bandito, but I feel like one of you guys is going to say Bandito.
Oh boy.
You can take him. You're going first.
Give me Samurai Del Sol.
Okay. All right, Molly.
I'll take the Viking son.
Ooh, El Hijo
Del Vikingo.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh boy, give me Bandito.
If you didn't, I was going to switch to Bandito.
Bandito.
But I'll keep the Mysticoverse coming out on top
Gimme.
all over this match.
Speaking of the Mysticoverse, which came from a segment to be named later one time, it's time for a segment to be named later now.
I got a quick one, and then I actually have something for you guys.
Oh.
Oh no.
I think you'll like it. So we talked briefly last week about the Money Don't Kneel.
Yes.
And how Shane Thorne,
Yes.
is probably going to show up in New Japan. Mikey Nichols, a.k.a. Nick Miller's the other one. He has been hanging out in New Japan for a while now, and he's part of Chaos, which I didn't know.
Okay.
So Chaos must have about 25 members.
Yeah. That's how New Japan does it.
Yeah.
Everybody's in a faction. There's only like 4 or 5 of them.
Not a bad idea.
It works because you get easy turns.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't want to be in this faction anymore. I'm going to turn to
And every
this
time
other
they want to
place.
put together their 5-on-5 matches, it's super easy to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes it so easy.
I also, based on a discussion we had last week about Tishmanga Biaka Batuka and such,
Oh, baby.
have a quiz for both of you.
Oh, baby.
I'm looking for jersey numbers.
Okay.
I tried to make this equally difficult for the two of you based on where I thought you'd be at.
You separated.
I have
like
a list for
question
Wally
each?
and I have 5 each for you guys.
Can I
Okay, all
answer
right.
after he messes it up?
You can.
Okay.
But hopefully, at least to start, he will not.
Okay.
Wally,
I'm
do you
so
know
nervous
the
now.
jersey number for one
No.
Michael Irvin?
Michael Irvin was also 88.
Yes.
Thank God he got that
There's
right.
so many 88s. I was like,
That's true.
okay, yeah, he was also an 88.
Wow.
Ryan,
Okay.
do you remember the number for Panthers starting quarterback K-Royd Kerry Collins?
Yes, 12.
Okay, he had 3 numbers. That was the primary one.
Well, 12 was him on that team. He was 5 on the Giants.
And he also was 13 at some point.
Jesus Christ, how do you have these numbers?
He was 13 on the Saints.
So there you go.
I'm so screwed.
Wally, do you remember the jersey number of one Emmitt Smith?
22.
You own
Got
that
it.
jersey,
Yes.
so
I think I still have that
you
jersey.
used to have it.
It was small on me though. I had that jersey when I was a kid, so I don't know if I still have it.
Maybe not.
Ryan, do you remember the football jersey number of Schenectady's own Kevin Green?
91.
Very good.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
The Hall of Fame
Hall of Fame linebacker.
linebacker.
I'm guessing for the Panthers.
He also
was,
showed up in
yes,
WCW
Steelers.
for a little while.
He was
right?
he was teamed with Ric Flair, and I think he fought
Oh,
the
so
Giant.
we can watch some Steelers games
if
from
you
back in
want.
the
Sure, why not?
Wally, can you give me the jersey number of one Troy Aikman?
8.
All right.
So it's just the triplets.
I'm so scared of answering these easy ones wrong.
The triplets.
Ryan,
Yes.
I'm going to move to baseball.
Oh,
Can you
tougher.
remember the jersey number for Bash brother Jose Canseco?
33.
He also wore 31, but yes, 33 is correct.
That was the main number.
Yep. Wally, a bit harder for you. We're going to go to the New York basketball Knicks.
Oh.
no.
Do you have a jersey number for Latrell Sprewell?
Oh, come on.
Spree.
He's got 2, but 1 with the Knicks primarily.
Oh, you got
Was
him here.
he 8?
He was 8.
Wow.
Yes, well done. Oh, he also wore 15. I assume that was
No,
previous
I
to the
didn't.
Knicks.
That was the Timberwolves, I think, after.
Okay. Ryan, I have a tougher one for you.
Okay.
Basketball, though.
Okay.
What was the jersey number of Instant Energy Rodney Rogers?
54.
Who is that? Who are these people you're saying?
Rodney Rogers was a 6th man in the NBA.
Why do you know that?
I know stupid things.
Last one, Wally. Can you go perfect?
No.
Also-
he's been great.
New York Knickerbocker
No.
Oak Tree Charles Oakley.
Fuck no.
He had 2 numbers. Again, one was his primary one for the Knicks.
Oh.
He had a high number.
Holly could go perfect here. I don't know why he's, you know your numbers.
Yeah. I thought for a second he was going to get Irvin wrong.
He
I
almost
got
made it
very
seem that way.
scared.
And then he got Sprewell right, which makes me think
Yeah.
that this is not a weird thing.
34?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got them all. He also wore number 3.
It's not a weird thing.
Ryan, I really tried to. This is one you might have,
Okay.
but I went to hockey for your final one.
That's going to be really hard.
I got
New York Rangers and American hero Brian Leach.
Nope.
2.
Yeah, 2. All right.
I pulled Sprewell and Oakley out of my ass. I have no idea how I got those.
They were right.
Because I went for Sprewell, I went 12, 1, and then 8
Wow.
in my mind.
Wow.
I was all over the fucking place.
Wow.
Good job, both of you.
34 was.
I tried to go like roughly the same error for
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, who would be the guy to stump you, Bill?
It wouldn't take much. Like
Like-
you could just give me like Red Sox players.
Like,
I
what
wouldn't
was David Ortiz's number?
know. He was 34, I believe.
Okay.
How about Manny?
Too famous.
32?
I don't know.
24.
Let's see. Jersey numbers I've never known.
You looked at me like I was going to know.
Well, you said it. You asked the question.
That's true. That's true. I should have probably done a little
What
research.
about Noma?
Oh, boy.
What was he?
Wasn't
I don't even remember.
no?
He,
No.
3, 8?
I was thinking
I was
8.
gonna
I'm
say,
gonna land on
I was
8.
gonna
I
say
think 8.
7.
I think 8's the correct.
7 or 8. What was Noma's number?
What about Pedro?
45.
45.
Well, what's the number?
8.
Aha!
8. What did I say?
You said 7 or 8.
Oh, 7 or 8. Okay.
Although I see him with
After-
a 5 on his back
He
here.
wore 5 for most of his career,
Yeah, he
but he
was
did
5,
wear
so I don't
1
know.
and 8.
Oh,
5 is
my
the correct number, though.
God.
5 is
Yeah.
the number, not 8.
Nomar is number 5.
So blew that one. There you go. We all got that wrong. All right, time for more guessing. The eBay Wars. Bill had a chance to take the lead last time. He didn't do it.
I did.
He went with his old strategy. It didn't. Hasn't worked.
$1,000 or whatever the used basketball.
Yeah,
was
but you
shot.
said.
I mean,
what did
still,
you
I could have
bid?
said $100 and one
Yeah.
or whatever, 200 or
Right.
whatever.
I think I said 100. Yeah.
No, you said 250.
I
Yeah,
said
you did say
250.
250, I
Oh
think.
my
You said
god,
250,
that was so
and I
dumb.
said you're way off, and you're like, what the fuck? That's a big number.
Yeah.
All right, eBay Wars. Wally's up. Wally has the unenviable task of doing this: the Ultimate Warrior
What is that?
swivel chair.
It's a chair.
WWF Hasbro Outdoor Plastic Vintage WWE. Description time. Ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
This is a vintage item. The item shown in the listing is the exact item you receive. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Ultimate Warrior swivel chair, made in 1991, stands 27.5 inches high. These were plastic chairs for children. They'd often be left outside and end up destroyed, but this chair survived, and it does have a little wear. The stickers do show age and wear. Please see photos. Hard to find piece of Warrior merch.
Never seen it before.
This is a swivel chair.
I assume the top half spins on the bottom.
Yeah. So it's a.
I guess,
it's
but
Warrior.
you don't usually see swivel chairs for children that are made of plastic.
Right.
Not usually, but it's
You also
Warrior
don't
like
often see chairs made out of people. So.
a person
Fair
chair.
enough.
Sit on Warrior. He's like sitting in his own chair with like his fists out, and there's this like flat level, and he also has a championship belt, of course.
Naturally.
So,
Jesus.
are you ready for this fact before we guess?
Yeah.
This is the first item ever in eBay Wars to actually have been sold at this price.
At this price.
At the price you're going to guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
actually
a big clue.
sold at this price. So, we usually laugh and joke about how ridiculous
they
the
are.
pricing is, and they're probably never going to sell this thing, or maybe they're taking a big loss on it. This thing actually sold at this number.
Okay.
So,
It's gonna be something dumb.
Wally,
It's gonna be something.
it is your task to
dumb.
guess the price of this thing sold listing. Can you believe it? A sold listing on eBay Wars.
I think we just saw a kicker pull his hamstring on a kickoff.
A Hamaquad?
He Hamaquad himself, covering his own kickoff, I think.
Yes, he did. I saw it a while ago. That's why they have to go for 2 every time, I think, now.
We're gonna say. Oh, Jesus
Yeah, what do you got,
Christ.
Wally?
It's gonna be something dumb.
Okay.
150.
A swivel chair for a child.
Now, I agree that it's going to be something dumb. It's a
150.
good bet because it's way too much. And if it actually sold,
Yeah,
It actually sold.
that's actually a very good bet, isn't it?
I'm going to say 160.
Oh, you dick!
You made it seem like you were going to go the other way.
I wanted to because who would pay $150 for this? But somebody did. Because it is literally a one of a kind, I have to assume.
It's gonna be 200. God damn it!
Okay.
Are we both over?
We are tied again.
Damn it!
Yes.
Bill, you were correct by going $10 over.
You son of a
You
bitch!
finally did the right thing. $242.50 is what this sold for. There were 25 bids.
25 bids.
A lot of bids.
One of a
Push
kind.
it up to 2. I would like to see the bid history because maybe like
Maybe I can pull it up.
22 were like normal prices up to like $70,
that's not
and then
good.
you got one stupid person went 175, and then this ridiculous person went
Two people
242.
just bidding each other back and forth.
Yeah.
You can also set it so it auto bids over the person, which is
you
super
can?
fucking annoying. So like most
Yeah.
recently I won an auction on something and it was like I was literally staring at my phone. I'm like, all right, $1 more. You've been outbid. Fuck. $5 more. You've been outbid.
Yeah. That's
What the fuck? Like immediately you're outbid. Like, damn it.
but you can set it like they can
You
set
can
it
say
to
like
a
I'll
certain
pay
price,
I'll pay
right?
$1,000 for this thing. Now only bid it $1
Yeah.
each time.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So you can try to outbid me up to $1,000.
So you would
you're
have
still
to
gonna lose.
You'd have to outbid them at their highest price.
Yes. So yeah.
Like they hit him in the face.
So that can happen. It's not like it's just like 2 or 3 bids. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. Anyway, that was eBay Wars. Bill, you've tied it up again. We are neck and neck.
Cheating bastard. Hey, I gave you a $10 cushion. I thought that was rather generous of me.
Time for a review of Red Notice. I'm surprised that actually doesn't happen more often because, like,
Well, because I'm the one that has to go first all the time.
but if it's just the two of you, I would always bid $1 above or below, like every single time. I'm surprised it doesn't go that way every single
Didn't he
time.
actually do that once? Bid $1 below and screw himself on something?
me?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
Ryan, I think,
Oh,
did in
yeah,
one
I
of our
think
other
so.
games.
I think so,
Oh,
yes.
yes, yeah.
75, 74. Damn it.
Yes, I did do that. All right, Red Notice,
Red Notice.
which
was-
is the Rock vehicle,
Yes.
and it had something to do with what the hell was that pay-per-view? Survivor Series, because Mr. McMahon had the stupid egg.
Doesn't matter. Yes. So this starred Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, who was Wonder Woman.
Godot.
What?
I listened to how you're supposed to pronounce it. Gadot.
Gadot.
Not a hard T, but like a soft T.
What the fuck?
Well,
Yeah, it's
see-
Portuguese though, right? Or no, she's Israeli. Because
I
she
have no
actually
idea.
did service in the Israeli army, I believe.
I've never heard of soft T before. Because, like, soft C is a different
Yes,
sound.
she
than
is
a hard
Israeli.
C. Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
Like a Dolph.
that's better than
And Dwayne
Gadot.
Johnson, who apparently was formerly known as The Rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I was trying to say it funny and I didn't. I said it the real way. Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, this is a new movie on the Netflix.
Produced by The Rock, by the way. $7.
Was it? Oh, produced by him.
$7 per productions or whatever. That's his production company.
Okay. So this, I'm wondering, he did come out in wake of recent tragedies and say, like, no more would he have real guns on his set. I assume this is real guns. But I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, that story is nuts.
Yeah. I was wondering in this movie, well, we'll get there when we start talking about the gunfights and stuff.
Okay.
But we start with some exposition. Basically, Cleopatra had 3 eggs made for her by Mark Antony.
Not real.
Yes, you said last
Right.
week that this was just made up for the movie. But they were like big golden eggs that were decorated and stuff. One got lost, and then the other 2 were like known, but one's in a private collection and one's in a museum.
And one is a mystery.
One has never been seen.
Yep.
And then we see someone crafting an egg, clearly a fake one, but we see a nameless, faceless Ryan Reynolds crafting it. And then we find out that Red Notice we get a definition, always a good way to start a movie. The hard definition.
Oh, I must have looked away from this because what's the hard definition?
It is Interpol's highest alert. The International Police Organization. Red Alert is like guys that you really need to bring in at all costs. We then go to Rome, and we show The Rock showing up at an art museum with Interpol agent Voss. And she basically says,
Das.
Hey,
With a D.
what did I say, Voss?
Yeah.
Yeah, Das.
DOS.
Basically, she says, like, you're not in America, no cowboy stuff. Like, don't be American right now.
And then
His
he's-
name is John Hartley.
A cool ass cop for about 10 minutes. His best role.
Yep. And he says, like, basically he says, I'm here because Booth, the world's best known art thief, is here today, based on my intel, to steal Cleopatra's first egg. So they go in, and the museum obviously says, like, no, we're not going to shut down like you're telling us to do. And he goes and shows them that it's on display, hasn't been moved. But Rock is not impressed, and he uses thermal sensors to show the one standing there is fake. It doesn't show up correctly on, like, with technology.
Yeah, it should be throwing off heat from
It's
the stuff
solid-
around or whatever.
Solid 24 karat gold will throw off heat.
Will reflect
rays or
radiation,
something.
and this doesn't. Yeah. So he takes a kid's soda, dumps it on it, and it basically the egg just melts.
Which that'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously they know now it's a fake, so they start freaking out, trying to go into lockdown. Apparently this has just been stolen seconds before, because Booth, played by Ryan Reynolds, is still there
Yeah, he's standing right there.
in the room. So it starts a chase scene. We get Ryan Reynolds doing parkour all over the museum. Also, for the first 10 minutes, he doesn't speak a word, which is wild for Ryan Reynolds'
Right.
movie.
It's a lot of silence.
But then they run into each other, and we start with the wisecracking about good chase and how do I know you're a cop? You might just be another bad guy. But they basically end up going out of a window. They get tackled out of a window onto like not even scaffolding, on the side of the building. Ryan Reynolds escapes down a chute. Rock follows him. They get into a fight. Ryan Reynolds jumps off onto like a awning and bounces off and starts running away. Rock tries to do the same thing and just goes right through it.
Perfect.
Just crashes right through it.
Love it.
And then Booth gets on like a little motorbike, drives away. Rock gets into like a very fancy car.
Yes, he gets in a
And-
Porsche, and they set it up like, oh, this is gonna be great,
Like this big giant chase scene. Yeah.
But they set it up so it's like, oh, it's just an ad for a Porsche,
Right, yeah.
and the best fucking thing happens.
Immediately he gets
Immediately.
T-boned,
Immediately.
crashes this Porsche.
I
It's like-
laughed so hard at that.
Fuck. I had all that work out for me. Fuck. And I got hit by somebody else.
Best fucking thing.
Yeah.
Best. Oh.
So he
Like as he was getting in the car, I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna be a stupid
Yeah.
chase scene where it's just Porsche being like, oh, we was, yeah, and then he gets hit, and I lost it. I loved it,
Which
so
is
much.
perfect too, because it's the opposite of Fast and the Furious.
Yes,
right, yeah. Or like all the Transformers were like,
Right.
hey, look at this new Dodge or whatever.
Right. But he's literally in Fast and the Furious.
yes.
So
Oh, we have not watched those yet.
no, there's 9 of those, right?
That's a lot.
Or 10.
We could do them for months.
There's at least 10. There's gonna be at least a 10th.
Is there a
I think
there a
there's
10?
supposed to be more.
Or have we gotten
coming
a
out.
10?
10 is coming out.
Have you
I'm
listened
pretty
to-
sure it hasn't
my
come out
God.
because I'm pretty sure the tagline is going to be fasten your seatbelts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just know that's what it's going to be.
Boy.
You know it
God.
is.
Yeah, you're right. It's gross.
So how soon do we get to Fast 10?
2023,
Have you
I
listened
think.
to Comedy Bang Bang at all of late?
No, I haven't listened in years to Comedy Bang Bang.
So there's
which
a
is
thing
on me, not them.
that Scott Auckman will get on like a weird thing and just stick with it forever.
Yeah.
He
Right.
he thought it was weird that Hobbs and Shaw was presented as Fast and Furious present Hobbs and Shaw. He just thought it was like a weird way that they did it.
That is
Yes.
weird, though.
So
I
now
agree.
he's like,
I agree.
why don't they present more things? So he just like anything new, he'll like come up with a segment or whatever and be like, this next segment will be, like whatever, presented by Fast and Furious. Okay.
Sorry.
So we go from Rome to now Bali. Ryan Reynolds is on a boat to home, it appears,
Yeah.
to wherever he's going. He walks in, he pours himself a drink, and Hartley, Rock, is there waiting. And they have a little back and forth conversation, and he says, like, aren't you way out of your jurisdiction? And he says, yes, I am. These guys aren't. And the room is stormed by, 20 Interpol agents.
That should have been our first clue that he's a bad guy. Maybe our second
There
clue.
was a fun thing where he's like, I've been following you ever since you stole the lady in the red hat painting or whatever. And he's like,
Yeah.
you can't prove that I did that. And he like looks over and it's hanging on the wall.
Yes, yes.
So he, at this point, Rock gives him like, let me tell you what I know about you. Like, here's all the profile that I put together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he like tells him about it, and he's like, you don't do it for the money. You do it for the fame or whatever. And he goes, are you insane? I love the money. So then we also hear about how he was given up by Bishop, who is apparently the other good art thief in the world, Ryan Reynolds' Booth's rival.
Yep.
Which I feel like there's honor among thieves. You can't give each other up like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that would happen.
But so he's getting arrested. They throw him in the back of one car. They put the egg in the other one. And then something mysterious happens. And we find out that basically this egg was stolen.
Yeah.
After they
Yeah.
claimed it,
Yeah.
so one of the agents was not actually an agent, was
The
who
bishop.
we find out was the bishop. And then we find out that the bishop is played by Gal Gadot.
So
I don't know if you said that right.
this movie,
that T wasn't soft enough.
This movie is Deadpool and Black Adam versus Wonder Woman.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
In
What's Black
superhero
Adam?
world.
Hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
It's going to be The Rock, though,
What
as
is it? A Marvel thing?
the DC thing.
He's
I know
he's
basically
like,
nothing
is
about it.
he? I'm pretty
He's
sure
a
he's
bad
like
guy.
bad Superman.
Oh.
Like he has like the same powers, like similar powers as Superman,
Ghost
or
producer.
similar powers as Shazam.
Ghost producer sent a seance in and clarify this for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. The quips. A lot of quippy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great
Lots of
quips. Great quips. Not all land, but there's so many. Eventually, one's going to get through.
The Rock's not a
He's not-
great actor.
He's not good in this, right?
He's
That's what
not
I was gonna say.
a
He's really-
good actor in general.
He's really good in Jumanji. He's pretty good. Good rock good. Better than most.
He's pretending to be
That's the wimpy kid.
the wimpy kid.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
See, he
he's just
does a good-
pretending to be, oh, well, what was I like when I was a little pissant? I don't like. I don't
He
know.
did an okay
I don't-
job at it, I thought.
Yeah. He's better off in this when he's just playing the straight guy to Ryan Reynolds.
Even so, like that's all he ever does is play that kind of.
No,
That's-
he's trying to be funnier in a lot of movies. Like,
Yes.
in the beginning, that was my problem with his character in this. In the beginning, he seems like he's a quippy, fun, fast, and furious cop. Then he gets later, and he's like
The straight guy.
way too straight, no quips.
I did at the end when I thought he
And
was a
then at
little
the
bit
end, he
funny,
comes
right?
around and is like, "I'm full on funny now," and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think any of them made any sense.
Yeah, I just think he's not a good actor.
He's the highest paid actor.
Yeah.
He's
Somebody loves
because people know his name and people pay for terrible movies like the Fast and Furious movies.
He's really good at doing the
the same thing.
action hero
Yeah.
movie playbook, like Schwarzenegger. Was
Yes.
Schwarzenegger a good actor?
No,
No, but his movies
No.
fucking kick ass.
exactly because people are dumb.
Same thing as The Rock. He's basically the new Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you think about it.
Yeah.
He's not a good actor, and everyone watches the movies anyway because they're fun.
Yeah, I know. Some parts, I don't know. I thought sometimes in this movie he was good. Other times,
Sure, yeah.
so we then get Inspector Doss arresting Hartley. And basically says you're fake. Like you don't exist. I saw that you just got like an $8 million payment. So I don't know who you are, but you're not an FBI agent. And he's like, look at my eyes. Like I'm telling you the truth.
This is clue number 2 that
Yeah.
there's something weird going
Yeah.
on here because nobody knows who he is.
But basically, we see Gal Gadot intercepting the phone call.
Yeah.
Later, yeah.
Later on, yeah.
Right. But he says like I'm innocent. She's like, well, I'm gonna like put you in jail until we find out.
Which
Right.
is
Not a bad
Yeah.
play.
And then she says like, also you like embarrassed me, so like you're gonna go to a bad jail.
So
yeah. Where the fuck do they go?
Russia.
So this is where I thought this is some flawed ass logic because like she knows that Ryan Reynolds has escaped prison 5 times.
Yeah.
So why would she
Send him to a bad.
send him to the same prison as Ryan Reynolds where you know they're going to team up?
Maybe she
And
told
put
him
them
they
in the
wouldn't
same
team up,
room.
that he would watch Ryan Reynolds in prison. I don't know.
They put them as roommates.
Yeah, that I
even.
think is supposed to be like an
Yeah.
extra stab at him because she doesn't think they like each other.
Yeah.
Right,
But yeah,
if
this is
he's
a
definitely
black
going to
site jail,
escape.
which I think is like a Guantanamo, like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
unofficial jail. But yeah, he ends up rooming with Booth. And then they get talking, and he basically says why he was stealing the egg. That there's an Egyptian billionaire. He wants all 3 of them.
Which now it makes more sense that Bishop sold him out.
Right.
Right.
She wants him out of the way,
And
yeah.
he knows where the other one is, we
Yeah.
think.
So that's why Rock has to go and actually be his roommate.
Right.
So
And he
many
says-
layers of deception in this movie.
Yeah. So he says, I need to. So I was going to steal this one. Then the second egg is owned by a Russian strangler / art collector / arms dealer, Sotovoce. So, and Rock's like, but no one knows where the third one is. Like, well, I was going to get the first 2 and then worry about that.
Yeah.
We find out, though, that the Sotovoce's got the egg and he has a masquerade party. Could be a perfect time to show up when everyone's wearing masks. And then we get one of the two scenes that's part of the previews where Ryan Reynolds makes a point to tell everyone in the prison that Rock is not a cop.
Yes.
He's not a cop.
Yep.
He's an FBI agent. Still law enforcement, different backstory.
He's what was it? An analyst? Not an analyst, but something like that.
An FBI profiler.
Profiler, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he also he's like, we're surrounded by murderers and
who will kill you?
toilet vodka enthusiasts. Which I thought was a fun way to describe Russian prisoners. But yeah, it makes it a point to like call out to the public that his roommate is a cop.
Yes.
A guy immediately comes over and just like kicks through his chest, beats up the Rock real quick.
Beats him.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that doesn't often happen to the Rock in movies.
And then, but
like
immediately its prison ride is broken up before it starts.
I like the subverting expectations part of this movie. Like there's like the car scene in the beginning, this where he gets his butt kicked without like fighting back. You don't expect that.
Right.
So I do like that.
Yeah. He never loses.
They
Very
get
often.
called into the warden or whatever, the main office, and we see the bishop sitting there. And she says, like, hey, Booth knows where the third egg is. That's why he's doing this. And Rock Hartley's like, you didn't tell me that. He's like, no, and I was not going to tell you because you're a cop. And she says, why don't you tell me? And then he says a phrase that I'd never heard before, and it made me laugh. She's like, just tell me where the third egg is, and I'll give you 10%. He goes, rock hard pass. So she's like, all right, that's too bad. Like, you'll have to tell me eventually. And then on her way out says, like, put them on labor duty.
Oh.
So it shows the two of them working outside on rebuilding a wall, basically.
Yeah. A rock wall.
Yeah. And Rock and Ryan Reynolds are both picking it up. And Ryan Reynolds goes, all right, come on, lift with your neck.
Live with your neck.
And then I like when Ryan lets go of it, the Rock is really struggling very hard.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, oh, this is super easy. And then he lets go and Rock's like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
It's very funny again.
They build the wall, and then Ryan Reynolds like shoves one little tiny rock in it. Like, see, teamwork. They go back into their cell where we get backstory. Ryan Reynolds talks about how his dad was not a good dad, accused him of stealing at one point. He said, I didn't steal it, but he didn't believe me, so he didn't talk to me for like 2 years. Just like didn't acknowledge my existence. And then he said he came home one night with the watch on and just said, how was your day? So he said, so I never talked to him. But they basically just say, like, we got to get out of here. We can go find the second egg. And somehow he, like, convinces the cop to join him in stealing the second egg. I guess because then you can get Bishop because you know she's going to be there. So we get nitroglycerin from the soap, and they throw it. They basically make a bomb, and they explode it. And then the ensuing madness, finally Rock gets to fight, and he's beating a bunch of people up. Yep. Ryan Reynolds mostly getting beat up.
He did beat up some guys.
He did a little bit of his Deadpool.
Yeah, he did some ass kicking, which I was surprised by.
But they fight their way out into like the little courtyard, and they lock everyone else in the prison. They then go over to the wall where they get out because Ryan Reynolds has a card that he said he stole during the cop scene.
Yep.
Right.
They then get out of the wall itself because Ryan Reynolds pulls out the one little rock he placed, and the whole thing collapses. And he calls it Rock Jenga.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do get a slip on the wall by Booth, so Rock has to save him, and he does. And then says, like, I need you to fly that helicopter, which, of course, he knows how to do for some reason.
Not well, though.
No, but he says he can do
enough.
it. They pull out an RPG, and they shoot it and blow up a bridge that the Rock is on.
Which,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
The Rock has a clear shot at this dude, and instead he notices that the guy has an RPG. Instead of shooting him, he just runs away. Let's shoot the fucker.
This scene I couldn't decide because then at one point Ryan Reynolds turns the machine guns from the helicopter and shoots at them.
Yeah.
Are there people dying and we just don't see it?
Yeah.
They
Or
never
do they never hit a single person with any bullet in this whole movie?
they never show the people dying.
No, in any of the scenes.
Yeah.
Never show
So
the
does
people
no one
dying.
die, or do a lot of people die and they just
I don't
push
know.
it into the background?
They do the Nickelodeon thing where nobody dies.
Yeah.
I
Nobody
found
dies.
it weird that, like, a cop who's like here to preserve art or whatever, would pick up an AK-47, just shoot people cold blood.
But he doesn't kill anyone. So is he just shooting to escape, or is he actually killing people and you just don't? See
Yeah, right.
And
then
then
that was weird.
the
but then it
fucking-
makes sense later, I guess.
The goddamn RPG going through the hell. I said fuck that.
That was
that was
Fuck
a cool
that.
scene.
That was stupid as fuck.
I was literally made for the trailer. Like, we're gonna put this in because people are gonna think this looks cool.
Yeah. Rock opens up the other side and they shoot it through the helicopter and then escape.
I hate that so much. I hate it so much.
It was fun. It
Yeah,
fit fine in
whatever.
this movie.
Yeah, it's a crazy, stupid action movie.
We now go to London. Gal Gadot is having a therapy session, and then we turn to the doctor and see that it's actually someone that's like tied up, a captive, and he's like, "I do
then
like
he's not-
financial stuff. I am not a psychologist."
That I liked even more. Yeah.
But she uses his office to hack DOS and basically let the Interpol agent know that the other two have escaped from prison
And that they're going to be at the other guy's place.
at the Sotovice's place or
Yes.
whatever.
So, why does she do that?
To
To get them out of the way, I guess.
again, yeah,
Distraction. Let her go after those so she can steal it.
yeah.
Although we find out later that's not the case.
Right.
But
So why, from everything we find out later, it makes no sense that she would do this.
layers. Got to build layers here.
Confidence game. It's a confidence game.
Yeah, but she's not conning Ryan Reynolds here. Because
But she's helping him con Ryan.
maybe she needs the cops to show up to keep the ruse going.
I guess.
Yeah.
It seems like it's just like another variable you can't afford to have around when you're trying to steal this shit.
We then get Booth and Hartley picked up by, I think they said his name was Tomboy. Some dude picks him
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah,
This plane ride,
this guy was cool,
there's a
but he's
scene-
there for 10 minutes.
Yeah. But it's funny because he's like, I got you
10
juice
seconds.
boxes. And then he's like, hey, this guy's a cop. He locked up some of your friends. He's like, no juice box for you. But this scene's important because we get a little bit more planning on we get to see how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is Ryan Reynolds is explaining the plan, it shows like them walking through it. And
So
Rock keeps
yeah.
going like, wow, you're so amazing.
They're kind of doing. Oh yes,
You
they're
are
kind of
amazing.
doing like the
Wow.
Ocean's 11 thing, but where it's all in Ryan Reynolds' head.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's
Where-
showing this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But the whole time it's going on, you got Rock flying around just going, wow. And then he's like, and then we can get through this one part because of our ability now to just use deepfakes. I'm going to pretend to be Sotovice's face. And he goes, if I have 12 pictures, I can send your mother a Christmas card of you mouth sexing a goat.
And
then he takes
takes
he's like,
pictures.
I'm not going to do it, but I could. And then he takes like a dozen pictures of the Rock. So you then head to Valencia. This is where the party is. Everybody is there sort of wearing masks. Rock, a large individual who you could pick out of a crowd, wears
The tiniest
essentially
mask.
a robber mask over his eyes.
It was so weird to see a man with that big of a head wearing a mask like that.
Yeah. Booth says, I'm going to get the thumbprint. You go get the phone from him.
Because he has an iPhone 4 or something. I don't
For
know.
the safe, like
he needs
the
a code for the safe.
and the code is only accessed through the iPhone,
Which-
because
yeah.
it keeps changing
And then you need a fingerprint to get
into the
yeah.
iPhone. Yeah.
So Hartley now sees Bishop show up, though, so he says, plans change, I'm going to go arrest her. He's dancing with her, saying, you got to come with me. But Sotovice cuts in, and he ends up getting what he needs from him.
With a very sloppy pull. Like
Yeah,
it's
bump into him.
Yeah, like come on, man.
But I do like when he's explaining, like, oh, he's a little guy, so he had to, like, assert his dominance.
Yeah, Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, did you learn that? He's like, I learned that in high school. Also, there's a sweet scene with an antler chandelier. So he's just giving a speech, but he shoots it
The
with
hell?
a gun, and the whole thing lights on fire, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone loves
Yeah.
it. And everyone loves it.
I thought about it. I was like, oh, how do you even make that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
So you're going to make one?
Yeah, without a doubt.
So they're gonna break into the thing to get the second egg, and of course Hartley bumps into Booth and breaks the glass that has the fingerprint on it. So they have
that
to
was-
like hustle and find it, but they do. They get into the room essentially.
This was
And then
stupid.
Just as they're about to get it, Inspector Doss shows up.
nope. First Gal Gadot shows up.
No, because she comes in and says, like, Hartley, what are you doing? Like, you have to be, like, on my side. If you're really a cop, you won't continue. And then,
Oh, right, because
If you're
it's
really a
before
cop,
they get into
arrest
safe.
him.
yeah,
Yeah,
before they get
okay,
into the
okay,
last
okay.
level.
Right.
And then he still goes in and, like, I'm still going to, like, follow through on our plan.
Which is like,
So they get into the actual room with the egg, and now Gal Gadot shows up, and then she beats the crap out of both of them.
Yeah.
she kicks both their asses.
Yeah.
I like that.
She's Wonder Woman.
Right.
And at the end, they end up, like, beat up on the floor, and she gets the egg, and
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds says, "This is such a confusing erection."
This was the scene where I first started having doubts about The Rock. I was like, I bet there's a double turn at the end of this movie. I bet
Yeah,
yeah.
because he could have just gotten off
Yeah, like
right then and there.
Right.
Like, yeah,
He could have
great.
just arrested Ryan
Let's
Reynolds.
arrest this motherfucker, and I know he knows the location of the third egg, so
We learn now that Bishop is on Sotovice's side, and they're going to torture these guys below some bullfights, basically, so no one can hear them. And she says, yeah, he had the second one, so I just made a deal with him. And so we're working together, and then it makes it appear as though he thinks that they're going to be a romantic couple as well. And so they're going to torture them to get the location of the third egg. And he says, all right, she says, all right, I'm going to torture Hartley then. I'm going to torture The Rock to get you to give it up. And
which makes
Ryan
no
Reynolds
sense.
like, oh, I love this plan.
Yeah.
So she keeps
Yeah.
like zapping with electricity. She's like, oh, please don't do that anymore. Please stop. But then the bad guy comes over and says, like, I'm just going to strangle him. No problem.
She goes downtown.
Yeah. I kept
she
waiting for
sings
that,
that-
to pay off.
Yeah, it didn't. It
yeah,
didn't.
she
No,
sings
it was
it.
stupid.
She sings it later,
I know.
but it doesn't make any
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense. So he strangles them, and basically they say the egg is still in Egypt. Like, it's in the Great Pyramid.
Where they found
a
a
new room, and she's
Yeah.
like, I did see that there is another room there.
yeah, which they actually did find another room.
Did they?
Yeah,
What's in it? An egg?
we don't know. They
Yeah.
didn't open it.
So they go to have some champagne to celebrate. Sotovice gets poisoned, not dead again.
Yeah, why?
Just passes out.
She leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody can
but
die.
What? Yeah, why didn't he die?
I don't know. It seems like he's about like gonna. He fights through it, but he's still gonna inevitably die. But then he gets up again to shoot him when they go into the bull fight.
Yeah,
So I don't know what the fuck is happening here.
Yeah. So essentially, we find out Booth lied about where the third egg is. They try to escape through. They end up going up into the bull ring, and we
Yeah.
get the other scene from the preview, the Jurassic Park scene. It's like bulls have very poor. Don't move.
Don't
He's like,
move.
you're thinking of Jurassic Park.
I am thinking of Jurassic Park.
That's
No,
not,
I'm
not
not.
David Attenborough. You're thinking of Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, that was
Was
funny.
Jeff Goldblum in this documentary? He's like, it was Jurassic Park. And Rock gets hit by a bull.
Which that looks so bad. Like that looks so fake.
Bad.
Come on, you can do better than that.
They weren't even in the arena. They were in front
Also-
of green screen.
Yes.
the whole time.
Also, a bull
tell.
wouldn't hit him that high up. It would dip down and flip him up over him.
I don't think you've ever seen a bullfight.
You son of a bitch.
This happened.
Yes.
It wasn't Rock. It was
real.
a stunt double.
is
But
real.
a stunt double got run over by a
They're not
9
even
foot
in
tall
like a
bull.
like a fake. They're not even in an arena. Like it's fake as shit. You can
Yeah,
see them running
it's
around
so-
on a giant green screen.
So
I don't
fake.
think that's true. But
So
they
fake.
escape. No harm, no foul.
Wait, you think this is a documentary? Like,
I mean,
is that
It's
what
not
you think?
2012, okay? It's
No,
not
2012 is
2012.
documentary.
Exactly. It's not 2012.
this was loosely based on real events. So Ryan Reynolds is now going to go to the actual third egg. We find out Rock gives his sob story about how his dad was.
A piece of shit.
He was also had a garbage father who was a bad guy, so he became a cop.
Yep. And they get your dad was a cop, so you became a thief. My dad was a thief, so I became a cop.
So now
It's
they're pals.
You're
He's like,
lying.
we got to go to South America, and we get a whole backstory about how the Nazis had this egg, and then it's now hidden somewhere in South America. Then we find out that Booth's dad was searching for it and basically found the location. So Booth knows where it is based on his dad's watch. That was the whole.
His
Except-
dad didn't know where it
Yeah.
was.
His dad just
Right.
wanted the There was some weird attachment with the watch, but do you think he ever knew?
He discovered that the watch, when it broke, had like the secret over it.
So do you think the dad ever knew?
No.
No,
he never broke
but
the
he was
watch.
close, it looked like.
Yeah.
And he had maps and stuff.
He must have known that the watch was important for something.
So they wander around the jungles of Argentina. They get into
he probably understood that the watch was important to open the door when they get to the secret bunker. He just didn't know that the secret bunker's location was inside the watch.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, something like that. So they end up getting into an argument of how they're just walking in the jungle, and then they realize, they're standing on metal now.
That was dumb.
So they go into this secret bunker. We get Ryan Reynolds whistling Indiana Jones, which is a nice touch, I thought.
Yeah.
Which at this
love a good
point,
Nazi treasure hunt.
At this point, I was thinking more of this is more like National Treasure.
Yes,
than
it is. That's what I was going to say at the end.
Than it is Indiana Jones.
A poor man's national treasure.
Yep. The watch, we find out, is the key to getting in. So, of course, they go in and they're looking around this whole room, giant room filled with all sorts of treasure. And they actually say, like, why don't we just sell all this stuff? Like, we can make a lot of money. And now Booth's like, no, I'm a cop. I'm here for the egg, whatever.
I'm here to clear my name for the egg. Well, it's
Makes
sloppy.
no sense.
Sloppy.
So Bishop, of course, shows up. And then Doss and Interpol show up. So everyone's back together again. And the three bad guys, which now includes The Rock, they all escape together, and he's actually shooting at the cops at this point.
Right.
And so Ryan Reynolds calls him and was like, why are you shooting at them if they're on you're on their side? And he's like, I am on their side, but they shot at me first.
Yeah.
So
Again,
the three of them...
And,
Cops don't shoot at
they
cops.
found 3 working vehicles.
Yeah.
Like perfect.
With gas.
Fine. Yeah.
Well, they had to crank them, so who knows?
Yeah. But
And loaded.
still worked.
Yeah.
Loaded guns.
Loaded gun. Yeah.
So we
That
get...
was a
in-
mint
in
condition, whatever the hell BMW.
This secret
Mercedes.
bunker turns into a car chase through mines
Yes.
in Argentina. They all escape via waterfall.
Which actually, the bunker off of a mine, that makes more sense than
Yeah.
the cars being there.
So they drive, and then they say, like, oh, this came in through the mine. That's how they got the cars in here. But then the mine shaft ends in the back of a waterfall that they'll just go into the...
Yeah, how do they do that?
Maybe multiple, like they took a turn at one point.
Yeah, there's a different
Maybe.
entrance.
Seems like you want no
So they all
entrances.
land in the water. The Interpol agent seems to just assume they're all dead, as you do. She's like, okay,
Well,
let's
they
into
did.
this.
I'm not even going to look to see
Yep.
if they have the egg.
Or maybe she just, fuck it. Nope. I'm
They
not
don't
gonna
come
argue.
down.
Not going to
It
argue.
doesn't look like they come down to look for anything either.
Well, I don't think they'd go down that way. Is it like
You gotta
you'd
go
have
back
to
all
go
the way
back
through and
then
up.
through the jungle and then
Figure out where the hell it ends. That would take forever.
So Booth actually goes looking for Hartley, and then this is where Rock's kind of funny. He's like, "You were splashing around in the water. Oh, Hartley,
Right,
you
right.
missed me."
Yeah, you gave up the egg and you were looking for me. Yeah.
One of them gives a Borat. That's nice.
There was at some point in this movie a crack at Vin Diesel.
Yes, there was.
I don't remember when it happened
I
though.
think it was at the end.
Okay, it hasn't happened yet. All right.
I think it's towards the end. And I can't remember exactly what it was, but basically, like, Vin Diesel sucked.
We get Rock and Bishop. We find out are together. They're a couple.
Yep.
And
They're
he says,
both
like-
Bishop.
Yeah,
Both
that's why Bishop
bad
can do all
guys.
these things that would require two people because they work together.
Which
It's like my dad really was a bad guy, and I just wanted to be better at it than him.
Yeah.
Rock keeps saying the bishop has to be working with somebody, and Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds keeps saying, "No, there's no way. That's not it." But it is.
So
It's
they
me.
get the
It was
third
me,
egg.
Austin.
They now have all 3 eggs, and they just leave Ryan Reynolds in the.
That would have been a fun way to end this movie.
It was me, Austin.
Who's
Me,
Austin?
Ryan. It was me.
This weird 70-year-old man, and who's Austin? There's no Austin in this movie.
So they go to the wedding where they're presenting the eggs. We see Booth is there at the wedding, as are Rock and Gal Gadot.
Wait, Booth was at the wedding?
Yes.
I must have missed that. Okay.
We find out that the bride is more interested in Ed Sheeran being there than these priceless eggs. Then now the
That was
Interpol
fun.
shows up again,
Fucking kids.
just so this inspector can be made to look an idiot again, as she always is. She shows up to take the eggs. Meanwhile, Ed Sheeran got arrested for some reason.
He pushed.
He did.
Pushed a cop.
He pushed a
Why?
cop.
This was very confrontational for no reason.
Yep.
Pushed a cop and said, "Don't you know who I am?"
I was
And
in
fucking
Game of
Sheeran.
Thrones.
Yeah, I did like that he mentioned that.
Did he get killed
I was
in
in
like
Game
5
of Thrones.
seconds?
He was in it for
Yeah, it
a
was
scene
like- it
just
was
so he could
fast.
sing a song.
Oh right,
and that was it.
He did sing a song, and then
Yeah.
he got killed. Right?
It was I don't think he got killed. I think it was just that it was
Oh, it was
when
he
Arya
sang
came
to
back
Arya, yeah.
from
I recently watched the first, I think,
The
5
East.
episodes of it.
You did?
I did.
Whoa!
So I don't know if I will watch more, but
Wow!
It did not
I've
suck
seen
you
a
in.
little bit. We'll see.
You got to get through the first season, and then if it's not sucked you in, can't.
Yeah.
No spoilers, but
So we go to Sardinia. Hartley and Bishop are hanging out. They're on their boat, swimming and stuff. They go in, and Ryan Reynolds is there eating raw pork, which is gross.
Which he thought was cheese.
Yeah.
so gross.
He's
How do
like,
you think
I
that's
escaped
cheese?
prison, again, because it's what I do.
Yeah.
And he said, I called Doss and told them what you guys did, so she froze your bank account. So you don't have any money now.
Yep.
But I have a new score, and all three of us are going to need to do it.
So let's get ready for Red Notice 2.
Yep. So we
Ooh.
see Doss, whatever, making them officially Red Notice people. And then they all show up at the Louvre. So I don't know if that means they're stealing the Mona Lisa.
They're
Probably,
stealing the
yeah.
Declaration of Independence after that. God damn it.
And then Notorious B.I.G. pops up.
Weird
and-
song to end. Love it song, but
Yeah.
weird song to end it on.
And yeah, basically, hey, there's going to be another one if enough people watch the first one. So no doubt,
Yeah.
in about a year and a half, there will be Red Notice 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting that. All right.
Especially if
That was all right.
Rock produced this first one? Produced
Yes,
it?
he did.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they're definitely, even if not enough people watched the first one, they would have produced a second one.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll sell it to somebody. Yeah,
That was decent.
It was
not
okay.
bad.
It was good.
It's got some rewatchability in there.
It does.
A little tiny bit.
I've watched it twice. That feels like enough.
It's
Yeah,
it's a fun movie. It's a fun watch.
I feel like in
It's
5
a little
years it could
little
pop back
basic.
up.
Little basic.
If you
Yeah.
if you like Ryan Reynolds movies and his little quips, then it's worth
Sure.
a watch.
yeah.
It's definitely worth one watch.
Without it, yeah, one watch
It's-
at least,
it's
but
fun.
you'll notice obviously
you'll-
you'll know everything from listening to
Yeah,
us,
well, you realize
but-
how stupid it is, too.
but you'll also enjoy some of it.
Stupid fun. All right, Wally, time for a top 5.
Yes. So last week I did sporting events to see. I'm just gonna do world activities to do. So number
The
5
Bulls
is Mardi Gras.
would love to.
Yep.
Number in New Orleans, obviously. Number 4 is Carnival in Rio.
Mm.
Wild.
Number 3 is Oktoberfest, which is in Munich.
Okay. Love that.
They have one in Albany. It's probably the same.
Number 2, I'm not going to dignify that.
Oh, my God.
Number 2 is the Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling Festival.
That's
Have
your
you seen
number
this?
2 thing
Have
that
you
can
seen?
do.
Have you seen this though?
Where
It's
they roll it down a hill?
a giant ass hill, and everybody runs down the hill after this cheese. It looks like so much fun.
Yes.
It looks like so
Sign
much
me
fun.
up to chase cheese.
That
That
is
you would
number
rather
2.
do that than go to Carnival.
Yes.
That's wildly insane.
You'd rather chase cheese than go to an orgy.
Well, I can't lead off with Cooper's Hill cheese. Anyways, and number 1, Bill mentioned it already. You dick.
You ruined it.
Run with the Bulls.
Running with
Would
the...
you
In
do that,
Pamplona.
Wally?
I would 150%
It
do
seems like
that.
a Wally activity.
If I had money, I would fly over there just to watch you do this.
I jumped
Oh.
out of
I
a
don't have
plane.
money.
I
Okay.
went around the freaking country by myself for 2 months.
Okay.
I would definitely run. I held a baby ocelot in my lap.
I don't even know what that is.
Was it an ocelot? It might have
Is that
been
a cat?
it might have been a snow leopard.
Okay.
Oh.
But yes,
So you held a baby cat is not the same.
as running with a
Dozens
bull.
of bulls
I
trying
would
to gore you.
love to do that.
I
would
theoretically
love
would,
to
but I
do
don't
it.
think I actually would do it.
Yes.
I would go watch it. I would love to stand there and throw tomatoes at you as you run by
Oh
or whatever.
my God.
No, I'm combining two
Yeah,
different
you
things.
definitely
You are.
combining two things, but
That would be fun to do.
those are the
To
You
watch
know that
him
if you
do it.
right, you have to like touch the head of the bull.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be the coolest fucking thing in the world.
Or the
So-
worst, when you get blasted.
Someday when I'm a successful professional gambler,
Oh.
Yes.
I will fly you over there.
You will bankroll
so
me
I
to
can
do this?
watch you get gored by a
First
bull.
thing you have to
Thank
do is
you.
start gambling. I don't think you're a big gambler right
I'm
now.
not. I do not gamble enough, which is why I don't have it.
That's not
that
the
what it is?
score line I'm looking for.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's working out for me.
But it is working out for you, Wally.
You must have already gotten to 2 points, right?
Yes.
You're okay.
I'm up to 10 now. Russ is having a great game.
He's terrible. He's been
so
terrible.
glad I gave you him, and I got Leonard Fournette in response.
Somehow
so
it
thank
worked
you.
out.
Leonard Fournette, I wouldn't have even played him this week, though, except now my top 2 running backs are out, so I need him.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
you're
give
still
you
up
Christian McCaffrey.
by a good deal right now.
He's hurt. He's out for the year.
I
You have a
know.
99% chance of holding on.
Yeah, because DK Metcalf has no targets.
He's got no targets?
0 targets.
Targets.
I think he just got maybe his first one thrown to him.
Holy
He's
shit.
a zero. He's a big old 0.
He's
right
a
now.
big old 0 right now.
All right, time for tweets of the week. We are on Twitter at NationPod. You can find us there. These are our tweets of the week. New segment from last week, and we'll keep it going. Alan Cheapshot, always a good follow for wrestling stuff. He put up a video of Chris Champion doing the crane kick.
I just read the final thing, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Doing the crane kick to Rick Steiner, which is the what's that fucking movie? Damn it.
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. God
Dum
damn
dum.
it. Brain of a mush.
You drunk?
Always.
2 White Claws. He's drunk.
Crane kick to Rick Steiner. It's like shoot, kicks him right in the fucking face.
Oh, recently?
No, this is from back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And then Rick Steiner absolutely obliterate receipt. Massive lariat. Like shoot lariat that this dude has to take.
Did we tweet this out from
Yes, we
our
did.
account?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
All right, other tweets of the week. Disco Inferno. Just a
Oh,
gif
boy.
of Disco Inferno dancing his way down the aisle and La Parka blasting him
Oh,
with a
okay.
chair from the
Excellent.
back and him falling on his face. Tweet of the week.
Yep.
Tweet of the week from one of your favorites, Bill. Maka Ito.
It's the best.
Hello, motherfuckers. A bunch of octopus emojis. I'm not interested in keeping up with trends, but Squid Game was good.
Okay. I have not watched it. I almost started this weekend. I didn't.
Got to start it. Serious one from Ryan Nemeth, who is Dolph Ziggler's brother. Him and AEW put out this mental health thing where a bunch of wrestlers and people from AEW talk about their mental health struggles and how you should get help if you need it. Thought it was very nice. And finally, no, not finally, second to finally, Ric Flair. Ric Flair, the champ. He's kind of off the rails right now.
Yeah, he's old.
It's kind of off the rails. He tweeted this. Like I said, I'm going to die. And it's either going to be next to my hot wife or in the ring next to Sammy Guevara. Preparing for one or the other, baby. Woo!
All right.
Wow.
This is so weird.
Why is Sammy his
Why
guy?
Sammy Guevara? Why would let him do? Why? I want to die in the ring with Sammy Guevara. Sammy retweeted it and said, "Wrestling God versus Spanish God," as if he wants to kill Ric Flair. Sammy, what the hell? And then final tweet of the week. We talked about it already.
Is there a chance that in some kind of weird futuristic tag match, Sammy Guevara's on the outside and Shawn Michaels literally kicks his head off, and that's how he dies?
How Sammy dies?
No, that's how Rick dies.
He gets his head
I
kicked
love you,
off.
and then kicks his head clean off his
Oh
shoulders.
my god, that would be good. That'd be a good ending.
It'd be a moment.
Storybook ending. PWG. We said it. Battle of Los Angeles is back January 29th and 30th. Very exciting.
I love this gif of the crane kick.
Yes, it's
Oh
awesome.
my lord.
Because that looks brutal, and then the lariat also looks. It looks bad. It probably was even worse.
The lariat looks way worse than the crane
Yeah,
kick
it was probably way worse than the crane kick was.
'Cause
Crane kick
he
was
looks like he's coming from like a 3-point stance.
Yeah,
Probably was.
he blasts him, and this is like super in shape Steiner. All right, quick hitters before we get out of here. JR taking time off for skincare treatments. We won't see him for the month of December. Get
Yeah, that
well
sucks.
soon,
Get that
JR.
phone, get well.
Yep.
Seth Rollins was attacked by a fan on Raw who mistakenly talked to a fake Seth Rollins and got catfished into thinking some bullshit. So
Fucking-
that's why he attacked.
People are the dumbest.
Why would
I wish I could remember
any
now. I did see
random
a
person
tweet
be working
by
with
some
him?
old wrestler
So
complaining that like remember back in the day when wrestlers could just fight them off on their own.
Oh, it happened. Chavo Guerrero was trending.
Chavo was the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chavo
was
said
the
that?
one. Chavo Guerrero of all people, basically saying
Taking
like,
a shot at Seth
shoot,
Rollins for
brother,
not fighting
shoot.
him off.
and then he like got completely
see-
obliterated and said like, fine or whatever. I deleted the tweet already.
Was that on SmackDown that happened, or was that?
It was on Raw last week.
Then on SmackDown or whenever he next appeared, Seth Rollins came out and like did like a weird thing. Where he was like looking around. And
Yeah.
He was like, all right. He actually at least
fine.
acknowledged it. But he did it in a real heelish way, so it
Yeah.
was good for the character.
He's a chicken shit heel, so it probably will work out for him. WWE wanted Kurt Angle to manage Matt Riddle. Would you like to have seen that?
Can Matt Riddle talk?
She's okay. He just has like the high.
That'd be fine. It's just not necessary. I don't think it'd be a problem.
Can Kurt
Don't
Angle
need it.
talk?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Okay.
could
he
talk.
could talk.
All right.
Yeah. Apparently he was lowballed big time, so he didn't want to do it.
I can see that too.
Fair.
WWE having ticket sales issues.
I
What
see
a
pictures of
shock.
empty.
My God.
I see pictures of empty stadiums,
Yeah.
but I feel like also that you could just take like a picture of
Yeah.
whatever section.
I'm sure plenty
Yeah.
of places have
But-
the same problems.
But I'm not surprised though.
Right. Also, WWE has more bad news. They lost TV in distribution in Japan.
Didn't even know they had it.
Yeah. That's,
But then when they folded
I'm
up shop
sure-
on NXT Japan or whatever,
Yeah, I'm sure they have distribution in every country, right?
that's,
Because
yeah,
they keep saying they're global and all this stuff.
yeah. That's not good for them though. If they
no,
lose
it's
Japan,
not.
because that's a real market.
It's a
for
big
wrestling.
market. All right. Before we leave, quick schedule update. We will be doing our Christmas movie reviews. I'm assuming over the next few weeks. We're gonna do our award show. We still have to figure out when that's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Our award show will happen at some point. Either
Did we have Mike on for the last one?
no, he wasn't available on the last one, was he?
Because
Because
no, we
his
weren't.
baby
we-
was being born, right?
Oh right.
I think
Right.
this was a couple
So,
weeks
but
after.
we were zooming.
We were definitely
Still,
zooming because
yeah.
we were in our suits.
Yes.
Right.
As we always are. I'm sorry.
yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry. As we always are. So the award show will happen again. I'm just not sure exactly when.
Tuxedos.
Early January. Fuck.
We usually do
We do Wrestle Kingdom.
We do Wrestle Kingdom. We do 5-star, 6-star matches as
Which
well.
I
I've
don't think we
noticed.
did last year.
We did not do last year,
We did not do it last year.
but we've done it the first few years. We did not do it last year. I'm pretty sure we could
Let
do
me
that
see the
again.
last
Maybe
time we did.
I don't
5-star
thi-
matches.
I don't think we did it the last couple of years because there were so
We
many.
did
Yeah.
2018 for sure.
Because there were like 5, not 15.
Yeah, I think last year there was like 20. I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
it's not
maybe
possible
not.
to do anymore. I don't think.
we did Lucha Underground top-rated matches. That's what
Yeah,
we did
but-
last year. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the schedule coming up. So we will have the award show, some Chris's movies, and eventually Wrestle Kingdom in there somewhere. Probably, I'm not sure how that's going to look because we don't have access to New Japan World anymore. But
2017, we did both 5-star and 6-star matches
oh yeah.
over 2 episodes.
Yeah, because there were like
Yeah.
7 or something like that. So
Yeah.
we were able to split it up. All right, I'm next, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
In fact, next.
so similar to the Kevin Nash rule on John Wick, similar to
This seems
Kevin
like a stretch.
Nash in any movie.
This seems like a stretch.
Okay. Phil Thies, is that how you say that?
Nope.
Known as Damien Demento,
Okay.
portrayed a character named Eric in Die Hard with a Vengeance. So that means we're going to watch Die Hard 1 because I'm invoking the Kevin Nash rule. Die
That's-
Hard 1 will be watched.
So, Damien Demento is a wrestler?
Yes.
Yes.
For
and he
where?
Was in.
He wrestled in the main event of the first episode of Monday Night Raw,
See?
losing to The Undertaker.
Shut up.
See?
Wow.
See?
Okay. All right.
See? All right. So because of that, Die Hard 1 counts.
Which one was Die Hard with a Vengeance? How far down the
3.
list? That was 3? That was
3.
only 3?
That was Sam Jackson.
All right. I don't think I actually watched that one.
It's the one in actually in New York City. 'Cause
Yeah,
the other
I
ones he
know. I know
travels.
they
They're like in the subways and stuff.
at one point
Oh.
they have to do something with a fountain.
Yeah,
I
and
know
like
that scene.
the
but that's
bad
about
guy
it.
is
That
Han-
one I've seen.
the
What
bad
episode
guy
was
is
that?
Hans Gruber's brother.
Dennis
One with
Hopper.
the fountain
Yeah.
where they're trying to figure out the water jugs.
Yeah,
I've seen that one. Which one was that?
that's this
This
one.
one, Die Hard
The-
with a Vengeance, not the
Die
one
Hard
we're
with a
watching,
Vengeance. We're
but the
watching
one
Die
that-
Hard 1.
Oh, okay.
We're
The
watching
one that
Die Hard 1.
allows us to watch Die Hard 1
Yes.
because It's a
Was it
Christmas
really Dennis Hopper?
movie. I think.
Because he was definitely the villain from Speed, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Oh,
We'll
maybe
find
you're
out
mixing them up. Anyway, we're not going to find out because
Quick-
Die Hard won.
here. Quick quiz. Damien Demento. Where was he from?
What do you mean from?
Egg.
What do
Where
you
was he
mean?
billed from?
Pittsburgh.
The character
Oh.
Damien Demento.
So, like, what promotion?
no,
No,
in
like
WWF.
Hell.
Oh,
Hell.
When they announced him. Hell? No.
Parts
wrong.
unknown.
Good guess. Incorrect.
Damn.
He's from the outer reaches of your mind.
Oh.
Jesus
This is
fucking
demented.
Christ. Yeah.
Anyway, Die Hard won. Bill has never seen Die Hard.
You what?
Won.
What? I've seen parts of it.
He's never seen the
I
whole
know
thing.
about
What?
Now I have a machine gun. Ha ha ha.
You know
Ho, ho,
because
ho.
I say those things over
But
and
I've
over
seen
again.
Now-
like written on the shirt or whatever.
Now, Bill, I know that you're not a big,
He's
big
not a movie buff.
person.
That's why this has to happen.
But how in the fuck did this not happen?
I've seen the
earlier?
third one.
It's so weird to see the third one, but not the first one.
I've seen parts of it.
It's like how you went to see Avengers 2 just because you were just hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's go. I'll go
That's
see
how
it.
I saw the third one. Someone was like, well, we should watch this. And I said, okay.
Never seen a single movie leading up to Avengers 2. But Avengers 2. we watched.
I've also seen both Guardians of the Galaxy.
Only
You
because
have.
we forced you to on the show.
That is
So
true.
Yes,
that is
that
true.
is
We will now force you to watch Die Hard 1.
Well, I've got a little quiz for you guys.
Oh.
We're gonna end with for the chosen ones. Who do you think is for the movies, TV shows, documentaries?
Reviews.
Yes. Who do you think the top 5 actors are? Now,
Oh.
first, I will give you one thing. Stephen Amell, all his Heels episodes, they count as only one thing.
Okay, that's fine. I agree.
Yes. So go ahead. We got
Got to be
5.
Batista.
Nash.
Nah.
Nash and Batista are on the list.
Okay.
Hogan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
How?
We've watched a lot of him.
We've watched
Wow.
5 Hogan things.
We've watched 5 people more than 5 times.
Yes.
David Arquette.
Yes.
Wow. We've watched a lot of Arquette.
You should get the number 1.
So we have Rock.
The Rock. There's the
Okay, yeah.
You
Rock.
have the Rock number 1, Kevin Nash number 2,
Yep.
David Batista number 3, David Arquette number 4.
So number 5.
Yes.
More than
And it's
Hogan.
not
More
Hogan.
than Hogan.
Not Roddy.
Now, I mean, Hogan might have popped up in some of the
No,
TV
his-
show stuff, but like his
Well,
movies.
he was in Baywatch. Did you count Baywatch?
I did not
Did we
count
watch
Baywatch.
Yes,
Yeah, we did. I did not count Baywatch.
Him
for
and Ric Flair and Vader were in
Oh, yeah.
Baywatch.
But even so, that would only bring him
Vader
up to
was
a
a couple
tie.
of things because of Boy Meets World.
Right, we did 2.
Not him.
That's only one thing though
Yeah.
for him.
Oh,
Right.
that counts as 1. Okay.
Yep.
Mankind's
one
been in some
episode.
stuff.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
It's not Stephen Amell.
I don't think it's a real wrestler. I think it's one of the side things that we
Stallone.
It is not Stallone.
Who's
Stallone's
Leslie
only
Nielsen?
No,
Nope,
Stallone's
nope.
more than 1. Because
one. But like, he's not the one I counted. You know what I mean? Like, there's some
you
where
mean
it's
the,
like
the reason, right? Oh,
Yes.
sorry. We watched a lot of Stallone movies. Though.
yes. I'll give you a hint.
Not fully, he said.
Zootopia?
Oh, it's Zeus.
It's Zeus.
Oh,
Tiny
Zeus.
Lister with
yeah,
his-
Tiny
Yes.
Lister,
with
of course.
6 comes in with
Yeah,
6.
that's right. Because he shows up
Friday.
in so much stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zeus with 6. It was Arquette with 6. Batista with 7. Nash with 10.
Wow.
We
Nash.
watched so much Kevin Nash.
There's more.
And Rock with 12 now thanks to Red Notice.
We watched so much Kevin Nash. I remember one time we went over the show and we're like, have we watched every single role he's
Nope.
ever been
Yeah,
in?
the answer
No.
is
No, the answer was no.
You want to go through his 10 real quick?
It was
John Wick 2,
Turtles 2.
Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, Grandma's Boy, Magic Mike, Family Plan, Detroiters, The Punisher, Rock of Ages, John Wick 1, technically,
Yeah.
Yep.
Kevin
and
Nash rule.
and Thor Almighty.
Oh,
I think
Thor Almighty.
that's the movie that you
Oh
said was
my
the
God.
worst that we've ever
No,
watched.
I don't think so.
That wasn't
It
it?
was bad, but
Yeah, it was
I
bad.
don't think it was the worst one.
Wow.
That was definitely my movie.
It was definitely yours. All right.
Yes.
Die Hard. A good movie. A Christmas movie. Bill's never seen it.
I
Have
can't
not.
believe you've never
I've seen parts of it. I know the basic gist. I know he's in the ceiling and they're in a high-rise building. Carl Winslow's in it. I've basically seen it.
Carl Winslow's in it.
Wait, who's the reason why we're watching this again? David or Daniel
Phil
something?
Thess,
Oh,
who
Phil
was Damien
Thess.
Demento, a wrestler in the third movie of Die Hard.
I'm gonna go with Damien Demento as his name for the.
Damien Demento is his wrestling name.
Yeah, he's being invoked as a Kevin Nash role.
According to Wikipedia, I just clicked on the filmography. Die Hard with a Vengeance
That's it.
is his filmography.
That's it. Well, he counts, and he's gonna count for this because this is a great movie and it's Christmas, and it's gonna count.
In 1992, he was number 216 on the PWI 500.
See, he was an important guy. And 2 movies later, we'll see that. For right now, we're just gonna do the one. Die Hard 1.
So
All
we
right.
didn't do Magic Mike 2, huh?
We have not done Magic Mike 2. We have
I feel
not done
like-
Magic Mike XXL.
We also
I
need
went through the entire fucking list.
we need to do John Wick 3. We never did that.
We haven't done John
We
Wick
need
3.
to close the loop on Turtles and do the third movie of Turtles because
Of the original
Well,
Turtles.
Yeah.
well, we
Just
didn't
have-
do the first Turtles. I only invoked the second Turtles.
All right, so we need to do both of those.
We've done both Turtles 2s.
Oh, right.
Not
we
Turtles.
did
1.
Turtles-
Seamus.
Turtle 2, Secret of the Ooze,
Yeah.
because of Kevin Nash. We did Turtle 2, Out of the Shadows,
because
because
of
of
Sheamus.
Yep.
Yeah.
And technically Stephen Amell, I guess.
Yeah.
All
But,
right.
but
yeah.
it was Sheamus. It was Sheamus.
So, do we need to complete both of those trilogies?
Yes.
Any Jumanji that comes out?
We didn't do the
There
original
is
Jumanji.
There is a
that's a
third
different
Jumanji
thing.
coming out.
Yeah, we didn't do
Right.
the original Jumanji.
The
It's
original?
a little different.
I don't think that counts as a trilogy, though.
That would have to be a different. The Rock rule.
The
Just
Rock rule.
anything that's remotely close.
He franchised The Rock is saved.
Although technically they reference the first one in the other movies.
They do.
They do.
It's the
So,
same world, the same universe.
all right, so it would be instead of sequel or instead of reboot, it would be that would count as sequel and stuff.
Because actually, doesn't at the end isn't Nora in the
Yes.
very end of the second
Yeah.
one?
She's
Don't we
the
find
owner
out
of the
she was
cafe.
from the first one? She was the aunt or something.
Yes.
Right, okay.
She's the one. She's the lady.
So yeah, that's instead of reboot, that's sequel.
There you
So
go.
that we could watch Jumanji 1 with the great Robin Williams.
We could. So that's it. You can find Die Hard 1 for free on IMDb TV, the app,
okay.
which is also available just through Prime. You just go to Prime,
Oh,
put Die Hard
Amazon
in,
Prime.
Oh,
Okay.
and you click free on IMDb TV, and it should play. It is with ads, which is unfortunate, but those usually aren't too bad. So that's where you can see it. I'm surprised. It was on HBO Max for a long time, and now it's not. So I don't know what the hell, who owns Die Hard, but it's been bouncing around. So that's it. That's it, Bill. You enjoy that gift of yours. You look at that mirror and you make sure you're looking good.
I wouldn't say I'm gorgeous, but I'm like,
Mad gorgeous?
you look all right.
Mid
You're-
gorgeous?
You're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. All right. That's it. Peace out.
3.5
better
minutes,
hair.
no DK Metcalf, please. Peace out. Let's go. See ya.